Interest led on Popeye, Vale, Kingston, Wahay whizzing up quickly on the outside. Rainbow Brave and Zarula just off the speed, so too Packy's Plot. Then came Lord Rush, Sanders Boy, Bellevue Knight, Coal Shell. Regal Demon's back, he can't get in, he's off the track. And then came No Century Steel, Last Square Bear. Look at them pack up. 700 out, Dan Trish led on Popeye, Vale, Kingston. Wahay 4 deep, Coal Shell 5 deep, Rainbow Brave 6th inside Zarula. Packy's Plot travelling 3 wide from Lord Rush, Bellevue Knight, Sanders Boy the long way back, and so too is Regal Demon. In the straight, and Dan Triss led up the 400 from I'm Popeye, Vale, Kingston, Rainbow Brave. Zarula in between runners, Packy's Plot. Wahay is wider out, and Regal Demon down the outside with Coal Shell. Dan Triss still in front past the 200. Here comes Packy's Plot. He's out of the ruck. Bellevue Knight running home with I'm Popeye. Dan Triss the leader. I'm Popeye and Packy's Plot are coming at Dan Triss. Packy's Plot is just about level. Dan Triss fights on. Dan Triss beat Packy's Plot. Third's a photo. Bellevue Knight and I'm Popeye together. Vale, Kingston, Sanders Boy. Regal Demon did a pretty good job from Coal Shell. Then came Rainbow Brave, Zarula, Square Bear, No Censure, Lord Rush, Wahay, Last Home A Steel. Dan Triss is the winner, Gary Doughty, at $11.65 and $3.35. 2 Packy's Plot, $2.35. That's a photo for third. Now, I'm Popeye's there at $5.95, and there's another one with him. I just can't remember what it was. Number 3, was it? Bellevue Knight, yes, it was. Bellevue Knight for the place was showing $6.40. Now, that third number's not official, by the way.
Just dropping in behind, out wide Just Nelson away in a hurry. Kentucky Blue is travelling forward with it, and Cobra Colours behind them when they sort themselves out. Nearly 4 across the track on that first turn. Just Nelson continuing to push forward, goes around the outside, took up the running from Matago. Zale is 3rd and 4th on the outside, a little deep as Kentucky Blue trapped out. 4 lengths for the back, Cobra Cult, 2 Sir Swayze, 1, then Phantom Eagle, a half Numb Sing, 2 to Jet Express, then See Rhythm, Inner Musician last of all, 1,000 to go. Just Nelson kept the lead a half in front of Kentucky Blue. They backed the speed off a little. 3rd is Martago, 4th is Zale on the outside. 2 to Cobra Cult, 1 for the back, Sir Swayze. Phantom Eagle the fence, 1 to Numb Sing. Then Jet Express and second last See Rhythm. Inner Musician about 12 lengths off them last of all. Coming down the side at the 750, and it's Just Nelson about a half length in front of Kentucky Blue, 2 to Martago. Zale is 3rd, a neck away, 4th on the outside. 2 lengths for the back, Cobra Cult, Sir Swayze. Inner Musician is 2 lengths off the second last horse as Just Nelson went for home at the 400-metre mark. He skipped away 2.5 in front. Sir Swayze quickly got to second, running on well. Kentucky Blue struggling, and further back then came Zale. Inner Musician a mile off them. Just Nelson 2 in front, straightening up from Sir Swayze. 3 or 4, See Rhythm, Cobra Cult. Then Inner Musician, it's Just Nelson in front at the 150. Sir Swayze's got him though. Sir Swayze got to Just Nelson. A gap, Cobra Cult, See Rhythm and Inner Musician, and Sir Swayze too good. Sir Swayze comes away, wins 2 lengths. Cobra Cult second. I think See Rhythm may have grabbed 3rd. Just Nelson stopped to a walk from Inner Musician, and then Numb Sing from Phantom Eagle. Jet Express, Zale, a gap then to Kentucky Blue, and Matago was last of all.
3 Sir Swayze, 10.90 and 3.10. 6 Cobra Cult, 5.30. 5 See Rhythm, 2.60.
Number 3 Sir Swayze, 9.70, 2.90. Number 6 Cobra Cult to pay $4.50, and 5 for 3rd See Rhythm, $3.50.
Quickly after the photo, 6 Cobra Cult gets second. And 3rd placing, a further print here with See Rhythm. Number 5, yes, it was nice and prominent. It just grabbed 3rd with Just Nelson stopping. After leading 2 lengths, or just on the home turn, he's knocked up to run 4th. 3, 6 and 5, 4th in number 7, and 5th in is number 1, Inner Musician. Number 3, Sir Swayze, Nigel Seymour. Number 6, second, Cobra Cult, Craig Robertson, and 3rd.
Right, 8, 2, 4.
Off in the Sundowner Cup, here's Chris O'Brien.
Parker's driving up on the inside, and it's a keen go for the early lead, but Jewel Park will take over with a bit of pace on. Life Cycles is 4 wide, Native Competitor, Sacred Hello in between those. They almost made a line of 4 for a while before Life Cycles finally kicked up and took over. Back behind that leading division was I'm a Ruler, who races on the inside, Fontaine Bell, and Light Up the Bays on his outside. About 7 lengths cover the field. They're inside the 900, good pace. Life Cycles out by 1.5 on Jewel Park. 2 away, Sacred Halo. I'm a Ruler makes ground. Light Up the Bay is 3 wide. Native Competitors niggled out second last, and Fontaine Bell the tail, and must be spotting this leader about 8 to 9 lengths down the hill. Past the 600, and it's Life Cycles bowling along in front. Got the best part of 3 lengths clear now on Cool Park. I'm a Ruler the top. He moves to third. Light Up the Base flat to the board. Sacred Halo's pushing up on the inside. Native Competitor second last. The rider is at work, and Fontaine Bell is giving them a long start. They're about to swing, and Life Cycles giving them something to chase. He's out by 4 as he turns. I'm a Ruler, Cool Park gives chase, and then Sacred Halo. But Life Cycles, he's a minute in front, and there is no danger. Life Cycles 4 in front inside the 100. Cool Park holds second, but Life Cycles, he bolts in, leads all the way, defeats Cool Park. I'm a Ruler third. The fancy runners, Sacred Halo, and then came Light Up the Bay with Fontaine Bell, and Native Competitor, the favourite, has pulled up at the tail.
Moving up Adelaide.
Them right off their legs. Life Cycles for a comfortable win, ridden by Greg Farrer, trained by Miffy Ray at Queanbeyan, number 7, and by Matt and Mrs. C. Howland, a 4-year-old bay mare by Yonder, at a Mistrum quickly. And has gone to the lead, had a bit of a tussle to get to the lead. There was a few of them keen to lead. Finally, Life Cycles kicked up and took over. And that was the last they saw of Life Cycles. Greg Farrer took off down the hill, and there was no danger.
Friday at 6 p.m.
on Mansell Bay today. Starter Billy Dale hits the button, and away they go in the festival. Good start. Darbus went straight out the back, and bouncing out in front, Masked Party. Cooksley had to make a little bit of use of him to try and get across to the fence, but he clears them now to lead over Sovereign State, who's going to take him on. Energizer's up running third. He might be over racing a touch in the early part, followed by Eastern Star. Mansell Bay on the outside of Eastern Star, 2.5 to Authoritarian. Then Clarefield Lass, followed by Catapult, and Darbus on the outside last. Past the 800, they're going a cracking pace. Sovereign State led by 4 lengths to Masked Party, a half away. Energize on the outside. Eastern Star on the inside of Mansell Bay. 4 to Authoritarian, who's not travelling well. He's being scrubbed along, followed by Clarefield Lass, Catapult, and Darbus last of all. Sovereign State with a big lead on the turn. Straightened up about 4 in front of Masked Party. Energize with the White Blaze running third, followed by Eastern Star, Mansell Bay, and then Authoritarian and Clarefield Lass. But Sovereign State is going strongly at the 200. He's clear of Masked Party. Energize under the whip. Sovereign State is still in front, 150 out. Masked Party is picking him up now. Masked Party's the danger to Sovereign State. Masked Party is grabbing Sovereign State. Look at Catapult jumping out of the ground too late, and Masked Party has just nosed out Sovereign State, and the very fast finishing Catapult will get up for third in front of Eastern Star and Energize, followed by Mansell Bay, then Darbus and Authoritarian, with Clarefield Lass last in the festival. Number 2, Masked Party. Just got the better of Sovereign State in the last couple of bounds and has nosed him out. Masked Party to pay $13.50 for the win and $3.10 the place. Sovereign State $1.60, and I'd say the fast finishing Catapult down the outside will get up for third, $8.20. Masked Party, ridden by Grant Cooksley, returning to his best form after some indifferent and patchy form of late. He ran 4th in a welter at Warwick Farm to Emigrant. He was last at Randwick in a flying welter to Headstrong before that. And he did run 3rd in the Cameron at Newcastle, though, back in early September. But he's a 5-year-old now, and he might be just taking a little longer to come right. Here are the numbers. 2, 3 and 6. 2, 3, 6. Masked Party, $13.50 and $3.10. Sovereign State running a great race. It was only in the last stride that Masked Party was able to pick him up. Sovereign State $1.60, and Catapult coming from second last in the middle stages, and nothing went to the line better than Catapult.
Very quickly with them and showing speed now. The Swami to head it in the early point. Further back in the race then came Havalash around the outside when they settled down. Showzon's pushing up in the middle, followed by Amazon Lad a little wider, and Old Wilby is off the track when they settle. Most Elegant Ease back. The Swami led from Havalash, who's 3 out. Back in the middle there is Showzon, and right off the track is Old Wilby. 2 further back then Amazon Lad around Most Elegant's 3 away. They're followed by Rancho Spark on the inside there of Ushku. A length and a half further back in the race then came Zavaris, followed well out of it there by Optimistic, then Thackeray, and last of all is Vulcanicity. 170 down the side. And the leader, the Swami, now from Old Wilby, has always been wide. Back in the middle, Have a Lash. A length Amazon Lad is deep around the outside with Most Elegant, and Rancho Spark is starting to push up on the fence. Further back in the race, Shows On, followed by Oshku, where they come up to the home turn. The Swami in front, Most Elegant looming up and pushing it out there now as Shows On when they turn. On the bend, and Most Elegant wound up on the outside, quickly raced to the Swami. Rancho Spark and Shows On. Most Elegant went for home, and he is home. He's dashed away now. He holds them. Into second now on the outside, coming home well, Thackeray. But Most Elegant wins easily, 2 lengths Thackeray. Third Shows On from Rancho Spark. Then the Swami. Volcanicity finished off okay. Further back then came Oshku. A gap then to Amazon Lad, followed behind those by Old Wilby, Have a Lash, and well back in the race was Optimistic. Last of all is Zavaris.
Number 1, Most Elegant, 220 and 140 for Thackeray, 280, 3 Shows On, 440.
1 Most Elegant, 220, 140. 4 Thackeray, 280, and number 3 Shows On to pay $5.20.
And similarly, 9 Sir Laugh-A-Lot, 20. So it's all...
And Saturn Comet jumped out as well as anything. Weather away well with Russian Dance, and Cappuccino's not far back. Likewise, Law of Logic, Zakynthos Girl. Baldamy, Airs and Grace is out in no woman's land. She's about 8 wide. And Bridal Chance close up the inside. They're not going all that quickly at the end of 400. Cappuccino, the outside, takes the lead narrowly from Russian Dance. Weather is on a limb third. And then comes Zakynthos Girl, Law of Logic, Saturn Comet. Airs and Grace is out very, very wide. Baldamy being second last, and Bridal Chance close up on the inside of the 600 in this order. And Cappuccino and Russian Dance disputing the lead, a length on Weather, Law of Logic, Saturn Comet. One further back, Zakynthos Girl, followed by Bridal Chance. Airs and Grace is next to last. And Baldamy brings up the rear. They're homeward bound, and Cappuccino doing better than Russian Dance. Leads nearly a length now, followed by Weather, Law of Logic trying to get clear. Airs and Graces is back second last, 200 to travel. Cappuccino, Grant Cooksley going for her now. She's a length and a half clear on the outside. Weather, Law of Logic, and here's Bridal Chance. Cappuccino grabbed immediately by Bridal Chance. Bridal Chance swamped Cappuccino and raced away to win. Third was Weather, then came on the inside Law of Logic, Airs and Graces, Zakynthos Girl, Baldamy, and the last 2 Russian Dance in company with Saturn Comet.
4 Bridal Chance, 360, 168. Cappuccino, 173. Weather, $1.90.
He has won the last of the day. $3.90, $1.60. 8 Cappuccino, 160, and 3 Weather, $2.10. Time 1:11:15. 1:11:15. They've come home quickly in 33.76. They dawdled early. That was almost about 1 3/4 seconds outside the race record.
Back to Ian in a moment. Another Ian Rickson at Exhibition Park.